Have you ever heard the story of Abraham? It's a tale that has been passed down through generations, filled with lessons of faith, courage, and unwavering trust in the divine. He's a really important figure in the Bible, often regarded as the patriarch of the Abrahamic religions, which include Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His story is all about faith, a faith so profound that it has inspired countless believers over millennia. You see, Abraham believed in God, even when things got tough. His journey was not an easy one, filled with trials and tribulations that tested his faith at every turn. His faith was so strong that he's known as the father of faith. This title wasn't just given lightly, it was earned through his unwavering trust in God's promises. It's an inspiring story for all of us, reminding us that faith can move mountains and that trust in a higher power can guide us through the darkest times. Abraham's journey started with a simple call from God. Imagine being asked to leave everything you know behind, to venture into the unknown with nothing but faith as your guide. He was asked to leave his home, his family, and everything familiar to him. It was a monumental decision, one that required immense courage and trust. Now that's a big ask, right? But Abraham trusted God. He believed in the promise of a better future, even when the path ahead was unclear and fraught with challenges. He believed that God had a plan for him, even if he didn't understand it all at the time. This kind of faith is rare and truly remarkable. What's amazing is that Abraham's story isn't just ancient history. It's a timeless lesson for us today, a beacon of hope and faith that continues to shine brightly. It's a timeless lesson for us today. We can draw strength from Abraham's story, finding inspiration in his unwavering faith and determination. We all face challenges and uncertainties in life. Whether it's personal struggles, professional hurdles, or spiritual doubts, we can look to Abraham's example for guidance. But just like Abraham, we can choose to face them with faith. We can trust that there is a greater plan at work, even if we can't see it clearly. In the following sections, we'll dive deeper into Abraham's story. We'll explore the pivotal moments that defined his journey and the lessons we can learn from them. We'll explore his challenges, his triumphs, and most importantly, the unwavering faith that defined his life. Each step of his journey offers a lesson in resilience and trust. Get ready to be inspired. Abraham's story is not just a tale from the past, it's a living testament to the power of faith and the strength of the human spirit. Imagine being asked to leave everything you know and love behind. The familiar faces, the comforting routines, the places that hold your dearest memories. It's a daunting thought, isn't it? That's exactly what happened to Abraham. He was living a life of comfort and stability when he received an extraordinary call. God spoke to him and said, "Go to a land that I will show you." These words were not just a command, but an invitation to embark on a journey of faith. Can you imagine the emotions Abraham must have felt? The mixture of fear, excitement, and uncertainty swirling within him? It would have been easy for Abraham to stay put. He had everything he needed right where he was. He had a comfortable life surrounded by family and friends. The bonds of community and the warmth of familiar faces made his home a sanctuary. But Abraham chose to trust God. He believed in the promise of something greater, something beyond his current understanding. He packed his bags, gathered his family, and stepped out in faith, not knowing where he was going. Each step was a testament to his unwavering trust. This act of obedience is a powerful example for us. It shows that true faith often requires us to step into the unknown. Sometimes we have to let go of the familiar to follow God's plan. It's a leap of faith that can lead to incredible transformations. It might be scary, but God is always with us, guiding our steps. His presence provides the strength and courage we need to move forward. Just like Abraham, we can find the courage to step outside our comfort zones. It's in these moments of vulnerability that we grow the most. When we trust God and follow His guidance, amazing things can happen. New opportunities, new experiences, and a deeper connection with our faith await us on the other side. God made a promise to Abraham, a promise that seemed beyond belief. He said that Abraham would have a son, a child of his own flesh and blood, and not just any son, but that his descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the sky, countless and vast. Now, here's the thing. Abraham and his wife Sarah were very old, well past the age of childbearing. Having a child seemed impossible, a dream that had long faded into the realm of the unattainable. Yet, Abraham never stopped believing. He held on to that promise with unwavering faith. He held on to God's promise, even when it seemed impossible, even when doubt crept in. And you know what? God kept his word. Against all odds, the promise was fulfilled. Sarah gave birth to a son, Isaac. Their joy knew no bounds, their faith rewarded. This incredible story reminds us that nothing is impossible with God. His power knows no limits. He can do more than we could ever ask or imagine, exceeding our wildest dreams. When we hold on to his promises, we open ourselves up to miracles, to the extraordinary. No matter what challenges we face, God is faithful. He stands by us through thick and thin. Just like he did for Abraham and Sarah, he can bring hope and joy into seemingly impossible situations. He can turn our deepest sorrows into our greatest joys. Life took an unexpected turn for Abraham. God asked him to do something incredibly difficult. He asked Abraham to sacrifice his son Isaac on a mountain. Can you imagine the pain and confusion Abraham must have felt? This was the ultimate test of Abraham's faith. Yet, even in this heart-wrenching situation, Abraham chose to trust God. He loved Isaac dearly, but he also knew that God was faithful. At the very last moment, just as Abraham was about to obey, God stopped him. He provided a ram for the sacrifice instead. God saw Abraham's willingness to obey, and he honored his faithfulness. This powerful story teaches us about the depth of Abraham's trust in God. It reminds us that even when we don't understand, God is in control. Section 5. Walking by faith, stepping into the unknown. Abraham's life was a journey of faith. He didn't always have all the answers. He didn't always know where he was going or what the future held, but he kept walking, one step at a time, trusting in God's guidance. Every day we face choices. We can choose to live in fear and doubt, or we can choose to walk by faith just like Abraham. It's not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable. When we choose faith over fear, we open ourselves up to God's blessings. We discover strength we didn't know we had, and we experience the peace that comes from knowing God is in control. Section 6. Our journey of faith, embracing God's promises. Just like Abraham, we all have a journey of faith. God has a plan for each of our lives, filled with purpose and meaning. He also makes promises to us, just like he did to Abraham. These promises might be about our families, our careers, or our relationship with him. No matter what the promise is, we can trust that God will keep his word. It's important to remember that God's timing is perfect. Just like Abraham waited patiently for God's promises to be fulfilled, we might have to wait too, but the waiting is never in vain. Section 7. Standing strong, faith in the face of fear. Life is full of challenges. We all face moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But just like Abraham, we can choose to stand strong in our faith, even when the storms rage around us. Faith doesn't mean ignoring the challenges. It means facing them head-on, knowing that God is with us every step of the way. It's about trusting that he will see us through. When we choose faith over fear, we tap into a source of strength that is greater than ourselves. We discover that we are braver, stronger, and more resilient than we ever thought possible. Section 8. Trusting the unseen, believing in God's plan. One of the most remarkable things about Abraham's faith was his ability to trust in the unseen. He believed in God's promises even when he couldn't see them yet. That's what faith is all about, believing in something we can't see with our physical eyes. It's about trusting that God is working behind the scenes even when we don't understand what he's doing. When we trust in the unseen, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We begin to see God's hand at work in our lives, even in the smallest details. Section 9. The power of obedience, following God's guidance. Abraham's life was marked by obedience. Time and time again, he chose to follow God's guidance, even when it didn't make sense to him. And each act of obedience drew him closer to God and his blessings. Obedience isn't always easy. It requires us to surrender our own plans and desires and to trust that God's ways are higher than our own. But the rewards are worth it. When we choose to obey God, we unlock blessings we could never imagine. We experience the joy of walking in his will, and we discover the incredible adventures he has in store for us. Section 10. Living a life of faith, a legacy for generations. Abraham's story isn't just about him. It's a story about the power of faith that has been passed down through generations. His legacy of faith continues to inspire people all over the world. We all have the opportunity to leave a legacy of faith for our children, our grandchildren, and those who come after us. It starts with our own personal relationship with God and our willingness to trust Him, even when it's hard. Imagine the impact we can have on future generations when we choose to live lives defined by faith, hope, and love. Section 11. Believe like Abraham, your journey starts today. We've journeyed through Abraham's life, witnessing his unwavering faith. We've seen his challenges, his triumphs, and his unwavering trust in God. Now it's time to ask ourselves, what will our legacy of faith be? You don't have to be a biblical hero to have faith like Abraham. You just have to take that first step, to believe that God is who He says He is, and that He will do what He has promised. Believe in His love for you. Believe in His power to work in your life. Believe in His promises even when you can't see them yet. Your journey of faith starts today. Pause. 2S. Here are some interesting facts about Abraham's journey. Fact 1. Abraham is considered the father of 3 major world religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. This remarkable man is a foundational figure in the spiritual heritage of billions of people worldwide. As stated in Genesis 17:5, "No longer will you be called Abram, your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations." Fact 2. His journey from Ur to Canaan is approximately 1,500 miles, which he traveled by foot and camel. Imagine the dedication and endurance required to undertake such a long and arduous journey in ancient times. Genesis 12:1-2 recounts, "The Lord had said to Abram, 'Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you.'" Fact 3. Abraham's faith was tested multiple times, including the near sacrifice of his son Isaac. This profound test of faith is a testament to his unwavering trust in God's plan, even in the face of unimaginable challenges. As described in Genesis 22:12, "Do not lay a hand on the boy," he said. "Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Pause. 2S. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the Closer to God channel for more inspiring content. Pause. 2S. Thank you for watching, and may your journey of faith be blessed. As Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight."